Thank you for being so patient as we work through all those things. And I am welcome back to the PDH Mission Monday. For all of our new people following us, this is our weekly podcast where we will give you a brief mission update on what the mission's doing. We bring in a resource partner, a ministry partner, a guest, or somebody who wants to bring a message of hope to veterans. And we talk with them for a little bit so they get to share who they are, what they do. And then after that, we'll just have an open discussion. We got this great question we're going to be asking. So tune in, stay tuned in. Just don't look and hop. All right. Now, we're just bringing this back. We just started working with this restream, so we're not fluent with all the mergings and all that stuff, but we'll get there. So, welcome to the Project Diehard Mission Monday. Let me tell you what has been going on since we suspended this podcast, 4 months ago. Things have been moving. I am proud to announce that on November 28th, Forward Operating Base Rush will be officially opened to in-person programs. Ain't that great? Yes. Clap. Everybody, this is like excellent. And now, mind you, we couldn't have done this without this team that you see on the screen. Okay? Teamwork makes the dream work. This team behind me does a whole bunch of stuff that I'm grateful for because, hey, I'm just the founder of this thing, a broke down Army medic. But we got that going on. So that's a big event. If you follow us on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our LinkedIn page, you have been seeing our call out. We need volunteers for these events. We brought back our PDH Fellowship Breakfast in Paducah. Last month, or this month, 21 veterans got a free meal, fellowship, and 3 veterans got appointments with the VA to get their benefits rolling. That's our mission, right? Putting a place and a time where veterans can come, meet, and get the help they need. Again, this is our first one back. We're having growing pains. But I would like to introduce to you a brother in arms since day one has been working diligently behind the scenes with us. And he had this great thing that he brought to fruition. And I'm loving it because 10th Mountain Recruiting is an official resource partner. So as we get a veteran in that says, hey, I need help finding a job, remember, I've always said, no one organization can do it all. Him and his team, hey, buddy, here's one, and they do their thing. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring in Ryan Hunt from 10th Mountain and let him explain what he does and what he brings to our mission. Brother, take it away.
From your team, Grace, come on. The mic. I fellowship of peace that it's a veteran myself, a retired mother, as an innocent soldier, and when 9/11 happened, so I joined me so I could go back and lynch, which was probably the biggest it was. Well, responsibility thing in my head. So leaving it's a very time transitions are and they start an entrepreneur to be a person that a lot. At least my definition. Just about which an apparel, all have a company and started that 9 years ago. This is actually this command. I also started a recruiting firm. Mountain is boutique or small team recruiting firm in cases. The mission is a right time, right opportunities, by and tell us what our clients did. Are you for this transition with the military? The military transition or our place, so we definitely, or at least trying to employ.
And again, this is why we're so grateful for you to help our mission. So,
and
go ahead, man. But when you say boutique, what do our brothers and sisters that are following us, listening to us, our people need to know when you say a boutique recruiting agency?
In a nutshell, our client that comes up, we're just a boutique meeting, a small team, given we're sure us for great talent to align with our client.
Okay, so my understanding, what I can tell our people, that when they see that job on our social media, when they hop on with 10th Mountain Recruiting, they're getting one-on-one service, a dedicated team that's in it to win it, right?
That's for are connected with Project Diehard, especially those are going to be there and trying to rebuild life. We're doing career health, resume review, thing, writing, and hopefully we get in kite and to the veteran community. So down forward to that opportunity, the veteran community.
Okay. Now, folks, we're live streaming, so if you have a question for Ryan, put it in there and we'll ask him. But I'm going to take care of.
I would welcome to go to, if you want to learn more about a time with our team, go to
Yeah, we're
over there. You'll learn a lot more than you right.
Oh, I got it, brother. You're like me. Pulled in 10,000 pieces, but who better to explain 10th Mountain than the boss, right? That's why they stick me in front of these cameras. I don't know why, but they do. So, team, do we have any questions for Ryan while we're waiting?
squad. I'm looking.
No kidding. Yes, Jennifer. Ask the question.
Do you focus on only those who define themselves as able to work, or do you also help those that are not even sure of if or how they can work once they've, let's say, been honorably discharged from military?
That's a great question. And it whether we all different types of camp, and just the main to get in touch have a role person, or we at least have a contact. In the military, we have and the ability to go out there and share resumes and so working.
Okay, so learn something.
Did that answer, Jennifer?
Yes, very much.
So I'm wondering I'm so glad you're here. I am curious, when somebody reaches out to you, what is that process like? When they first reach out, what exactly would they expect? What are the steps that you take to bring somebody from where they are to where you can take them?
Going to www. Contact a link. You can text us, and we are pretty close. 02640. But the hashtag replay can and some also for our veteran community. If there's something that is going on that needs someone to talk to, actually on that, we kind of have another. We are your police, but you're go to where it is that you're hitting us up. You schedule an appointment. We're going to review your career goals, the application. We're going to decide. We're going to work. Well, there's no with any of this, but and really, it's the candidate will decide they want, that and from the clients, if they, all stuff that's exceptional.
Yeah. So, hey, folks, this isn't a fast food recruiter. You can go to any fast food joint and go to their app and apply. But if you're ready to win it, this is the man I'm going to put you in contact with, because he's going to push you like we push you and make you the best entrepreneur, coach, whatever you want to be. He's going to help. On that contact, we will put all on it, and you will be able to here soon go to our website under resources and hit 10th Mountain. It'll take you right to them. See, teamwork makes the dream work. So, well, this goes really fast or slow, depending on how you call it. I say an hour. We're only 15 minutes in. Yeah, we're gonna have to get better at this. But right, okay, Jen, what do you got?
So what was interesting is that it sounded like Brian was saying that you could help somebody become anybody. So does that mean that you kind of do like career consulting and some other things, like if a military person wants to get into civilian work, and they don't know what's their, skills, or they know they like to do things in their skills, but they don't know what kind of job.
I think if someone did, that might be exactly what we and so they can definitely do it. If it's for a veteran, we're very open to supporting 1,000%. Just and it was this we actually counted in as a whole, but one last time we really held it was December, and in another event, I hope Project Diehard will be there. We're going to be holding another one first, the day being December 7th. In terms of the dates, it's going to be December 24th, or right after 4 and it will have resources for veterans for sure. And back, it will anybody. I know very little about the 101 more to share. I bet I do. But for a couple more, and that's been a little extra time to help others, and also this mission, of course, even for our brothers and sisters to be able to help them out. Johnson Group as a whole, as a our digital marketing, we're trying to support as best as we can. Some constraints. That about 1,000 up in the air to raise it. Gosh.
Yes.
She's got.
Yes, you did answer, but then that made me wonder. So if you only have, I think you said about 10 or 15 of you to the team, like a small team, what geographic area do you focus on? Because I'm sure you couldn't take over like the whole US or whatever.
Oh, I mean, we only have a certain, we're kind of because holiday late. 15 that we had that were but internally the company presently decide, okay, well, these are it doesn't, we don't have barrier pretty much broken down with the chance of the to be able to reach out and touch people there.
Yeah, this is something, Jennifer, you got to understand about us veterans. We don't think of this little spot. We go worldwide. Okay.
True.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, because there's a team, and with a small team, you can't, unless you focus in remote work and remote jobs, it'd be hard to, have a lot of jobs that's everywhere across the U.S. or the world.
Well, again,
yeah, I see that. But really, Jennifer, it's a lot around. Some of it also is background. It's helping ourselves. That's one thing with in the military like this. We believe in sharing as much information as you. The entire team is in to my every act of my entire life. I might tell you personally, Esther. So I have in my screen right now. I have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 tabs open. This is my mobile CP, which is and I usually have tabs and so it just going between all of these right here. I think Ryan knows he had every 2 a.m. I don't think I've ever done that, Brian.
No, I know I have.
I'm pretty
It's
fast
very
at
interesting.
responding.
It's very interesting you're saying this, Ryan, because a lot of those, like being in the middle of 20 different projects and having 20 tabs open and multiple apps on the phone open, it sounds like me too.
Yeah,
Again, yeah.
it keeps you organized too.
Well,
Yeah,
and it keeps your resources already available, so you don't have to eat up the time to go www and get to the URL again.
Yeah.
It's already there when you turn on your
Well,
computer.
Another piece of this, you have this already, and I know we're not talking about computers and multiple folder operations, targets, personal, whatnot, and that way I can go up underneath the URL there. Click and I websites. I have to go whatever going on like daily operations. Like I've got navigate. That'll help organize a little bit better. Right?
well, and as I wanted to say here, look, folks, if you need to find that perfect person to fill your needs, this goes out to our mission suppliers, companies, all of the people that work with us. You want a veteran? We have a tool for you to use to get that veteran in your workspace. Reach out to Ryan, reach out to me, and we will put you in contact. List your jobs there. Okay? As Ryan said, you throw 1,000 balls into the air, you never know. You might find that one great person from the veteran community that will, and as veterans, give us task and purpose and let us roll, and we're good. Okay. So, anything else, Ryan, about 10th Mountain? Because if not, I want to transfer over to that Pando Commando because I love the logos you're coming up with, man.
Definitely just ever W a little bit more military 7 to 11 November. Right, hit this up on the app. Come from 1 to 4, we're going to get the hiring fair. First conference. So come on.
Ah, sweet. Hey, our missionary partner, Michelle Faust, Daniel Faust, you know him, right? They're going to be out there too. So y'all meet up, have lunch. I wish I could be there, but we got this opening coming up, and
You're busy.
taking a lot of.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting there and down and
Cool. All right, now Pando Commando. This is another thing he does, right? Because hey, Project Diehard's mission is to bring hope to veterans, not sell T-shirts. But when you buy a T-shirt from Pando Commando with the Project Diehard link that we're going to put out there, a portion comes to our mission. See, teamwork makes the dream work. I let other people take their specialties and help the mission. our mission is bringing hope. That's it. We got a bunch of people working on commercials. We're working through this. You'll be seeing them, but right off the top of my head, 10th Mountain Coffee, Jose, right, great guy. He just sent a big, huge plaque of coffee for our event. Because you know my rule, coffee 24/7. But yeah, Pando Commando. Where did the Pando come from, brother?
If you don't know anything about Pando Commando, it's an apparel store. Actually, it was originally called Mountain Up Company. Because of inspiration into one, the Pando Commando, which of it, our take on it, a mascot at the original 10th Mountain Base at that time had submitted up through the channel official patch, a circle random bear scheme. So right? Army didn't go for that, but originally we are a very niche store. We do a lot of custom, but on 10th Mountain, the military. So he was actually sitting on PUD in Fort Lewis, which was another. And thinking TV and think in the military, what am I do and this desire to be and messing on my phone sticker, the intent of making a 5,000 of those and on this closed group 10th Mountain. And those six. So if you do this simple math on $5, I around sows and more. That's the big North Carolina, which that. I don't have any the operations of the way. I'm more on the operations over some of the energy. Great organization. Developing the Project Diehard. You have definitely come over to www. You can pull up awesome t-shirt. Portion of the proceeds back to. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, see, folks, this is teamwork, and you get a great quality product from a veteran-owned company. So you're not only supporting our mission, but you're supporting a veteran-owned company. Wow,
yeah, we definitely, and also just nonprofit recently 20 scholarships, $50,000 to veterans and to children of veterans. Organization, I'm not there. Impact. So back also get back to another organization, really great one, which are the really bring unity together. So
okay, now for you people to understand, 10th Mountain is out of Fort Drum, New York. I spent
Yes.
my time up there, and actually, my last transfer, when my detailer called and said, you can go to Wisconsin, North Dakota, or Kentucky, before she got Kentucky out of her mouth, it was Kentucky. Why? Because there was 12 feet of snow outside my door. I'm just,
For sunny spring day, water located outside of the four gates, blizzard. 100% the truth. I mean, that.
oh, I know I can. I've seen it. I've seen it personally. Okay, so we haven't, if you want to be a guest and you got a mission, Monday at projectdiehard.org. So we're going to transfer now into our next segment. Eventually, there's going to be commercials in here. I'll talk to you offline, Ryan, on that one. But our next thing is a subject and a panel discussion. And because we're just bringing this back, and this team is right here, the question I'm going to pose, and this is to all of our followers there, why do you feel Project Diehard's mission is so needed? And we will start with our newest arrival, Kurt, another ambassador. Kurt, what's your answer? Maybe.
All right, there. All right, let's.
Maybe
All right,
not.
I think I'm unmuted. All right, I think the universe is making me think before I speak. So, all right. Well, I guess the way I look at it, Brian and everyone, is, for sure the issue of veteran suicide is an important one. So that's the end game. Can we, get around this issue to where we can provide what veterans need, that this is not what it is presently, and we can get because if we go back a dozen years or further back, the initiative has always been by many out there around the country to lower the number. So we have this issue that as much as we want the number to go down, we're watching it go up. So the thing I love about Project Diehard is that we're talking about, so far having a couple sites, growing it to 50 sites, having this available in every state. But for right now, we've got Forward Operating Base Rush to really concentrate on. And, I'm really, 2 years and a couple months into being a fan of this, because we're creating the format through which we can make a difference. So we're actually talking about having individual veterans and veterans and their families on the grounds. And as I network, there are people just chomping on the bit to serve these veterans that'll stay at this location. So we're getting affirmation after affirmation that this is the right way to go about it. So Project Diehard's mission needs to be carried out, to get something done, to actually facilitate it and have it be we can carry a veteran through an experience, and then where we anticipate we're going to be getting these reviews and thank yous and just and Sue and I have been a part of it with, some of you know that we talk about our water skiing adventures. And so we know just through something as simple as water skiing, how injured and wounded veterans have said, oh, how that's made a difference. So now we're talking about a forward operating base that's going to have a multitude of services. And you just never know the impact that's going to carry them away. And then we can't forget the faith-based aspect. Because with you here, Brian, we know it could be just sharing the faith that is the thing.
True. Okay, so now I'm going to throw that question to Ryan. Why do you think Project Diehard's mission is so needed?
The ability for your organization back to the veteran community and our brothers and sisters. Sometimes, we run our system way underneath that as well, and it's is that week we did have someone reach out to and up I heard at the he was and hours. Hope he has issues or anyone has and get to help them talk. Having talk, you were so old all the time. I did people according to very I have had friends, unfortunately, in the military that have passed away. It's a difficult situation. For some of them, I wish that whoever is calling the phone just and mission is important. And that's why
Yeah, I do not know how many times my phone rings at 1, 2, 3 in the morning. But I drop everything. If my diehard phone rang right now, I would drop everything because that could be a veteran that needs to talk. And my team has saw that we were in a meeting and I say, hey, carry on because I got to handle this. This veteran needs to chat. All right, so let's go to Jennifer. Why is Project Diehard mission so needed, do you feel?
I have personal attachment because of the fact that I'm a dependent on 2 veterans. And I've seen for myself where there have been issues related to unfairness, such as my little sister who broke her back in service, and somebody in the military wrote that even though it happened during her time in service, that it was not a result of what she was supposed to do, her job. So she ended up being honorably discharged as being disabled, but not categorized as disabled by service. So she never got her benefits. She lost insurance and everything else. So I see there needs to be some fairness and some management. And then Project Diehard helping with those that are in situations like my little sister to take their back and try to get them what they really deserve. Because there's other problems like that are lack of justice and equality for whoever's personal reason or whatever, that they don't do what is actually right in accordance with what's supposed to happen. When X happens, that this happens too.
Okay, thank you. That brings up a thing. I always say we will never use the suffering of veterans to grow this mission, right? But I do remember telling Kirk and Sue, you weren't around last year, we had a female veteran. Her husband served with my son, and they came up to visit last year over the holidays, and we got to talking, and she told me her story. She was a victim of a sexual trauma. and she'd been fighting for years to get benefits rolling. Well, again, this is where this thing of teamwork makes the dream work. We have tied into other nonprofits, other organizations. I heard her story. I called a sister of mine who runs a nonprofit for nothing but female veterans. And now she's on her way. She's already had counseling. She's into the VA program. She's getting her benefits now. That's part of our mission. But that's just, these folks, this is why we exist. Sue, your turn to answer this. Why do you feel Project Diehard's mission is so important?
I just remember a bunch of years back seeing a documentary actually that was called Project 22. And that was one where they had a live showing with the guys who put this together downtown here in Milwaukee at the Harley-Davidson Museum. It was a huge event. I got to say, honestly, walking in, I wasn't totally, I kind of had an idea what it was all about, but I went just kind of with an open mind and we went as a family. And I got to tell you, the whole idea of Project 22 being at that time, that was the statistic that 22 veterans were losing their life every day to suicide. And that blew me away. Like, how is this possible? I really, how is this possible? And to understand that now that stat has gone the wrong way, it keeps climbing. And again, how is this possible? So the stories that I heard then of how veterans were getting help and understanding the need that's there. I know Kurt mentioned about water skiing. We water skied with some guys who are veterans and talk about having fun and the stories and having outlets like that are so important, that not just fun, but to the point of therapeutic, and to be able to have that outlet and to have something, sometimes just to have something to look forward to, that, hey, I get to go to this event this weekend. I know it's going to be fun. There's something there. We all need that, don't we? We need the connection. We need the outlet. We need a way to get with other people. And sometimes we don't know where to start. And that's where, with what you're providing here, what you've created, and to have a place to start, to have a jumping board, something to move forward. I mean, a song that actually comes to mind when I think about what you do and what Project Diehard is. I'm guessing you've probably heard the Matthew West song, Make a Difference, and how that speaks so loudly. If you haven't heard that one, look it up, because it's worth doing. And that is the one where everybody's looking at, the guy who's singing the song is saying, well, I see these problems and I keep thinking, why don't you do this? God, why aren't you helping out with this? And the message back to him was, I didn't do this. I did do something. I created you. I created you to do something. So anytime anybody is sitting back and saying, oh, it's somebody else's job, somebody else can do it. No, you're here for a reason. You're in the right place at the right time. And like what you always say, teamwork makes the dream work. It makes having a community that can make a difference and can move things forward, even in little pieces. Because I even know the bits that I've been able to help with so far with Project Diehard are bits. They're not big, but it's all the pieces together that make the difference. So the more people that know, the more that can help. And I love stories. And actually, I'm hoping there's a chance that I can go back and ask Ryan some about sharing more stories. I love how having that personal connection to, I have stories from all the years we've been doing the adaptive water skiing. I can tell stories, and sometimes that's what makes the difference for the next person to be like, oh, ding, 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 I get it now. So if there's a chance for that, that would be awesome. But I'm going to turn it back to Ryan.
Okay. Well, and again, look, folks, we invite other ministries, other nonprofits to use our facilities. As I said at the beginning of the show, praise God, through his blessing and our volunteers' hard work, we got this land in 2020. It's now 2023, so wait, we could use some more volunteers, right? But we've made it to the point. We've made structural improvements to bathrooms. Simple little things people don't think about. Handicap accessible bathroom. For you to do in-person events, you have to have one. You have to. Well, that takes a toilet, a sink, all ADA compatible. That takes drywall. That takes moving plumbing. That takes fixing a drain. I could spend a whole day explaining the ins and out, what it takes to meet code, because I fight that battle daily. But if you have a nonprofit, if you have a program that you believe can help a veteran and you need a place to hold it, reach out to us. Reach out. We will provide if we work with the resources we have, but if we don't share our resources, then okay, I don't want to go on a tangent on our podcast. That's where my live stream when I gripe at the world things. So, Sue, you had a question for Ryan? Go ahead.
I was just wondering if you have when you think of what you've all done and with different veterans that you've worked with, and I know you've got success stories, what is a story that comes to mind that you can share with us?
Let's see. Well, yeah, I think it's really great. I approach mountains, so this has to be about type. And with us, we actually an opportunity lined up with his skill set, and he had before. So we did it with the client, and after the process, and start getting out. It was just really what we, especially that hope we just their uniform.
That's great. I'm just so happy you can help a crayon eater.
Work, sure.
Yeah, I mean that's great. I love it. I love it. Especially you got a marina job the day he got out. That's a minor miracle.
Well, we happened to have a few technicians. He was some learning to do. I think if he could handle it, he probably can handle it. Doing well, by the way. Still, taking care of his family. So,
cool. Love it. Love it. All right, folks. We're going to be ending about 10 minutes early because, hey, I think we covered everything, didn't we, team? Yeah, no?
Do we have any announcements to make?
the big announcement that we have is Bob Rush opening November 28th. Right? That's the big event. Tell everybody about it. Email contact@projectdiehard.org and we will send you the press release for you to send out to Lottie Dada everybody, especially reporters and news outlets and yeah.
How about volunteers?
Oh yeah, we need volunteers for that event. We need volunteers. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Those are the big ones. If you have a skill that you feel will help bring hope to veterans, we want to hear from you. That's volunteer at projectdiehard.org. Okay? Now, we're not in the t-shirt business, we're not in the coffee, but we will be hiring people for our facilities. That's where Ryan comes in. But I gotta tell you this, folks. Everybody who gets a paycheck from Project Diehard starts as a volunteer. You're not going to escape it. You're not. And it's not that we want things for free. It's no. We want to see your dedication to helping veterans. You earn that paycheck. Since we run off donations, we have to be good stewards. So, yeah, that's about it. Anything else, team? Anything else? Last call.
Again, thank you
Thumbs up.
for inviting me.
Brother, you are always welcome, right? Have your team send our team when you're looking for help. We'll put it out on our networks. If you got a job posting specifically for a vet, let me know. You know, we'll splash it out. All right, y'all. We will see you all next week at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Thank you and God bless for all that you do for our mission. And have a safe and blessed week. Die Hard 6 out.